Alright, so this next method is bug catching. This is the exploring profession in Darkstory. This repeatable quest, unfortunately, is only available for level 60, but it's a really good money-making system, and it takes you just a little bit over an hour, and you can make around 24k. So my friend here, Crayson, he's also a guide. He's the one that introduced me to this. I didn't even know this existed when it first came out, about how much money you could actually make. So if you go to Goldfish, he's on the Forbidden Forest entry map here, which is right next to Buffon. At level 60, you can get a warp from here, so I suggest doing that. It makes the quest a lot easier. And before you start, you need a recipe if you don't have them already. Only 3 of them out of the 6 you're going to actually need for this quest, and that is the Firefly, the Blue Beetle, and the Snail. The other ones you can get later, the Firefly, the Ladybug, and the Golden Beetle, so don't worry about them for now. But anyways, click him to start the quest, and we'll see you at the Snails. Okay, so the first step is to get 80 Snail. If you haven't done any exploring yet, I would go into the profession system and put 1 in insect loot. From then on, you can put them in light net. It would be my suggestion, because you get a chance of them not dodging you. It gets higher and higher as you put more points in light net. The other ones are okay. You can do armored bug if you want. They stay in your inventory long, but you're going to end up getting a lot of bugs anyways. The quest only counts for what you catch, so you can release a few and still be fine. So for example, I only had 74 after catching 80, and it still counts. And the next part doesn't make you get all of the snail in the bottle, but what it does do is make you have 50 of them. So it says, give a snail in bottle to Steely. She's in Terrion. So warp to Terrion, and we're going to go visit Steely. She's in the building to the top left. And each NPC you have to visit in here is in Terrion. So essentially it's get the bug, bottle it, and then visit a certain NPC. She's the first one. So now we're going to Blue Beetle, which is in Goldham. I'm sorry, you have to warp to Goldham first. And the Blue Beetle is located in its own cave, right here. This is also one of the nicest ones to level up on. There's quite a few of them in here, and there's quite a bit of room. So same thing like the snail, catch 80, bottle them up, and bring them back to Goldfish. Alright, so once you got your Blue Beetles, we're going to talk to Dr. Setman next. He's the storage holder in Terrion. Right here. Alright, now we're going to my favorite map. Okay, so a lot of memories here. This map is one of my favorites, and this song will be forever burned in my memory. And that's because this was for an old event called the Dragonia Olympics, and one of the tasks in there, they were all professions. And one of the things was to get bees for the exploring profession. So me and Crayson were the two that fought pretty hard for the gold medal. I ended up getting it in the first month, and then he got it in the second month. But yeah, a lot of days spent grinding these bees and listening to this great song over and over again. So after bees, we'll talk to Goldfish one more time, and then there's one more NPC till we're done. So after you catch the bees, come back to Goldfish, and then go to Terrion and talk to Jeff here. Alright, so once you get done talking to Jeff, come back to Goldfish for the last time. And if you bring up your combat chat, you can see exactly what you got for doing this quest. So not only do you get really good EXP, you get really good skulls. So this is for each turn-in part of the quest you do. So total, you get 24,000 skull and 300 bronze skull. Really good quest to do. Took me about an hour. That's with the light net and the insect earrings. Unfortunately, you can't get those anymore. So one of my ideas, I think, would be nice in the shop if you could actually get the net and the earrings and even then like a middle version, because each profession has about 3 different ones you can get, whereas the net only has the regular net that you get at the Essia blacksmith, and then the light net that you get from this old event. The earrings are just the one of a kind, so those are the only 2 things that can help dodge reduction. But like I said, for the for the profession system, I would just go inset loot for at least 1 point, then light net for the rest, and then you can come back to inset loot when you want to. The other ones are not really necessary in my opinion, but if you want to go ahead, you can do it. You can sell them for even more, but you make quite a bit of money already just doing this quest. Alright, so I did save this one for last, and that is because it is not a free-to-play method, but it is a way to get money out of the game. So for every promo that you buy over $10, you get for every game card you buy that's over $10.50, which is just a $10 card, you get a promo for that month, and it is in the form of a gift box like so. They usually sell at first for 350 to 400,000 skulls, and later on they can sell for $1 million if you had to save them for a while. The reason I did save it for last, besides being non-free to play, is because it's not consistent. They sell pretty quickly at first and then kind of tapers off, and it's not like you have to be at the right time essentially to get it. So for instance, buy that one there. Surprise my friend here. We'll see what he says when he comes back from AFK if he notices. But I actually needed one anyways. I had traded one of the very first one that I got, so this is a way for older players to get promos if they want to trade or do something with them, so get some skulls out of the game as well. Alright, so just a few suggestions for certain things here on making money. I think that the stars some of the bosses drop should be able to sell more to the NPC. They're kind of inconsistent to sell to players, and you end up getting a lot more of these if you grind the boss versus the equipment. There should probably be some more boss repeatable quests, similar to Fungram and Memphis would be nice. They do drop a money stack, but it's not very much. The Lich horn only sells for 700, which is kind of weird. It does drop a little bit more, but this sells for less than King Gummy. Could just be an oversight. And I think there should be, for some of the repeatable quests, the lower ones like level 40 and under, there should be money rewards for them, and including to the potions. Like Fungram, that one should be upped a little bit, but Memphis is a pretty decent starting place, so I think some of those lower ones could be adjusted some more to help with the skull grind. And that's it for me. We'll see you in the next one.